Good evening, everybody. My name is Barney Sheehan, and I'm here sitting in the White House. I've been asked, many times, many times indeed, how did it start? How did this poetry event start? Because, of course, the event is quite startling when you consider that we're now at the point where, after 7 long years, we've actually come to the 359th consecutive Wednesday night of poetry. And, the question does arise, has this ever been done in the world before? Not to mind Ireland. It certainly hasn't been done in Ireland. Seamus Heaney promised me that one, as did Mr. Kennelly, Dr. Kennelly rather. They said there's no place in Ireland that they're aware of. And indeed Desmond O Grady, our own poet laureate in a sense, Limerick's born poet, Desi said that he has no recollection, whilst he has a very sincere recollection of the old days in poetry, he has no recollection of it ever going on for that length of time. So there we are. That's how I address you this evening. Well, it started in the beginning, of course, and they said, like many people when I did start it, although I don't like the business of I, because there was more than I involved. There were poets like myself and friends. We all got together and we got it going. But they did say in the beginning, what do you think they said? They said it wouldn't last at all. They said it wouldn't last, I think the expression is used. I've forgotten the actual expression as I talk to you, but that can be edited out. They said it wouldn't last. That's quite frankly the words of local personalities. No, we'll edit that bit out too as well. And I'm stuck now slightly, I'm losing my train of thought. No, quite frankly, the point I want to make is they said it wouldn't last. And of course it has lasted. And the question then arises, how in the name of goodness did one poet or poets gathering together keep this on the road as well as we've done it? And the answer to that, quite sincerely, is the work done by poets together, working together for each other's benefit, both male and female. And then, of course, having the imagination to involve people like Knut Skinner, Desmond O Grady, Gabriel Fitzmaurice, and a host of other people that I could keep joyously mentioning to you, which I will probably do later in this little presentation. But without their imagination and their encouragement, like Louis Dupuer now, these are the people that are important in poetry in Ireland. And needless to mention, we haven't had Seamus Heaney in Limerick City in the White House, but we've had him in the Limerick City. And not necessarily we've had him, the college have had him, St Mary Immaculate, from whence we get a great number of poets, a great number of young poets have come from there. And the next point I want to make to you is, of course, we stretched our arms right out across the world. And we found our arms around people like Les Murray, who, when we invited him to come here, he came joyously and enjoyed his visit enormously. And this, when we full stop, is that could be. I ever wrote, and of course Ballycam was full of horses and full of Shanachis and full of everything. Let society rise at dawn in the fresh full mane of morn. With the crisp clean breath of summer, God knows he's heavenly shone. In these sad times and sorrow, when not too sure of morrow, when happiness and godliness conflict with manliness and madness, when the gospel prayer is flagged with the science of the other hand, let the turning point be morn when the sun at rise is born, and a new day, a full day be also the asking. God is God, but also man. Thank you very much, Sheila.
Ladies and gentlemen, could we have a little tune just for 4 minutes or so? Thank you very much.
In the bay that bred you, hooked as a finger hooks, beckoning a child, distant mountains rear upon green seas, larks loop high above paused gulls. Driven by the power that led us, we rode our love light as any foam of the sea, and hand in hand on the night's dark wind made stolen appointments on dark country roads for a while, light as any foam of the sea, and hand in hand on the night's dark wind made stolen appointments on dark country roads for a wild embrace in the heel of whitethorn hedges. Finally, I left to work out a life, a future. You stayed. Later, They sent me the local newspaper. I read how you died in an accident. I cremated all you had given me. I have kept the ashes.
Very good. Hey. Well done.
Shushin.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we can talk now, we can find the
Well, another short one, but it's not of mine. I mentioned just now Patrick Carroll, one of my favourite ones. To be a poet and not to know the trade. To be a lover and repel all women. Twin ironies by which great saints are made. The agonizing pincer jaws of heaven.
Oh, very good.
Great. Simple and short.
That's your copy, isn't it?
No.
That's my copy. I don't have a copy. I don't have a copy.
Have a coffee. I get it. If you want.
Well, what are we supposed to be doing?
I don't know. I'm just offering you coffee. Would you like a coffee?
Pardon?
Do you like a coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Well, we don't drink coffee.
Uno, due, tre, caffè, caffè, caffè. 4, 5, 6, lei, lei, lei. 7, 8, 9, piove, piove, piove. 0, nero. You understand? Or you don't speak
Oh, I do
Italian?
speak French.
That's Italian. Italian. You can maybe translate that.
And actually, the person interested you, this is for a friend of Job Jesse's. He wrote this poem for a friend of his, a very close personal friend. Thoroughbred hands high, comb down, tail trails straw. Stunted stub, strength of thoroughbred tail's root. Prong-eared, slow-eyed elegance, silent with horse sense, crotchery as a Celtic goddess, looking filly-eyed at me, looking. Muscled neck, strength knotted. Careful curve of fetlock, of knuckle, at knees, knob, broad shoulder blades, forward as man's chest. Spines subtle, curved like a gnomic line, conducts imagination. Haunches hand-shaped as a sculpture. Hoofs planted hatchets, forelegs deafened as dominoes. Nostrils, those don't cross that word. Mimetic voids known in nature. Desmond O Grady, you're an awful man. Lips mobile as wavelets. High-hatched eye socket, a broad handspan that forehead. Tringled star the target centre, straight as a forearm to face bone from muscle fretlock. Belly, a craftily coopered barrel. One quick hind hoof kick could kill Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Watch for that. I picked that poem out of his book here, this thing called On My Way, only because the title was horse. Merciful Christ, I wonder is there any notion what a horse looks like. But also the words are all there, lads. What I'm thinking of Christy over there, I'm thinking that man now said it. But really and truly, if I get, but that's the one I picked, that's my contribution.